What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because the time has finally come to do our Best of Beauty 2020 edition. Oh my goodness. I feel like there was so many times where I thought 2020 would just never end, but we have finally gotten here. 2020 is over. I have such high hopes for 2021. Overall, 2020 was not the best of years, like, you know, as I'm sure most of you can feel me on. So I'm ready for a fresh start, a fresh new year, but I am excited to share with you guys my beauty favorites from 2020. I always love doing this at the end of the year. Like, I really take my time to go through and like, okay, what were my most used products in every category so then I can share with you guys like my most used for the entire year. Give this video a big thumbs up if you guys are ready for 2021 and excited. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button to be notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so before we go ahead and jump into our 2020 favorites, I do want to share with you guys my resolution for 2021, my little New Year's resolution, which sometimes I don't stick to my New Year's resolutions, but this one I really want to stick to. And in 2021, I want to put my health as a priority. I feel like 2020 has been such a wake-up call and showed all of us like how important our health is for ourselves, for our families, our loved ones, you know, everything. Like, it's just so important, and I feel like I haven't prioritized that in 2020. So that's my biggest resolution for 2021. I would love for you guys to comment down below what your New Year's resolution is. I would love to hear, and we can all work on it together for a brighter and happier 2021. So before we get started, I do want to give a big shout out to Ritual for partnering with me on today's video. I actually first heard about their vitamins from my friend Alex Garza. I love her. She has a YouTube channel as well, but she talked about their vitamins and how they really worked for her, because in the past I've taken multivitamins, but they've always made me so nauseous, and she was saying how these did not make her nauseous. So I was like, all right, let me check these out. So they're not technically a 2020 favorite because I didn't start taking them till December, but I'm going to be carrying these through with me to 2021. I have the Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin. They have a couple different ones. Ritual basically uses research to identify nutritional gaps, and that is what the multivitamin is for, is to give you the vitamins that you're not getting through whatever food you're eating or additional supplements that you're taking. They use high quality, clean ingredients. There's no additional additives that you don't need. Like, so many multivitamins I'll look at that I've taken in the past have like sugars or like all these different fillers, and I'm like, okay, what is all of this for? You're not gonna find that with Ritual, which is what I really liked. They're environmentally friendly. All the vitamins are made traceable, so you can trace back the ingredients, where they come from, so you know the source of each nutrient that you are putting into your body, which is so important. And these are delayed release capsules, which that's what helps so much with your stomach and with digestion. And they smell just like mint. It's like really nice and refreshing. They smell like a peppermint patty, which I love. Ritual deliver your vitamins right to you every single month. They have free shipping, and one of the things that I love the most is that if you try them in the first month and you don't like them, they will give you your money back. Like, it's a money back guarantee. They'll refund your entire order, which is really awesome. So I will have a link to Ritual as well as my coupon code listed right down below in the description box, so you guys can check them out if you are interested. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump on into the makeup now. I am gonna try not to talk too much about every individual product because I have so many products to get through. Some categories we just have one product, and then other categories we have like multiples. But let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with primer. This should probably be no surprise to you guys. My most used primer in 2020 was definitely the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I love this. It's so good. It's affordable. Like, it rivals high-end primers, but it's way cheaper because it's e.l.f. I just use the original one, like the regular one. They have a matte one and a luminous one. I just like the OG, and I use this nearly every single day. Even if I'm using another primer, I'll add this with it as well. It layers nicely with multiple primers if you want to do that. I have a lot of texture like along my cheeks in this area of my face, and this just helps to smooth it all over, fills my pores, smooths over the texture, and just makes your face appear so much smoother. So I absolutely love this, and this was definitely my favorite primer for 2020. Okay, for foundations, we have a lot. So bear with me. I'm not going to talk too much about each of them. I feel like if you watch my channel, you know a lot of my favorite products already, because I'm a creature of habit and I go back to the same things over and over. So I don't want this to just be sharing like the products that you guys already know I love. So I tried to pick other products that maybe I didn't talk about as much on camera that I still used a ton of. So you guys already know Too Faced Born This Way. Love it. Always will. Use that a ton in 2020. But in 2020, they also came out with the Too Faced Born This Way matte, which I love as well. So the OG Too Faced Born This Way is more of a dewy finish. This is more of a matte finish. I love them both. It really just depends on like what I'm looking for in that day. Do I want a more dewy finish to my skin, or do I want something that's more matte? And that'll determine which foundation I grab for, but I definitely really like this. It's 24-hour wear, it's matte, but it's not drying to your skin, and it's a great coverage. So I love this, and it is oil-free as well. So this definitely got a ton of use in 2020. Two other foundations that I want to mention as favorites in 2020 are both from Hailey's Beauty. I found Hailey's Beauty in 2020, and I love their stuff, specifically their foundations, and complexion products are so, so good. They're so underrated. Like, more people need to try out their stuff. I absolutely love them. You can find them at Macy's or on their website. I'd love to see them maybe in 2021, like they'll be in more stores, but I'm obsessed with their stuff. So they have their Reset Liquid Matte Foundation. This is more of a matte finish, super full coverage, super long wearing. Both of these foundations are very full coverage and very long wearing, which is what I love in my foundations. I want something that's gonna cover up everything and that's gonna last. And you're gonna get that with both of these. And then their Liquid Luxe, or no, this is, yeah, the Reform Liquid Luxe. This one's more of a dewy finish. So kind of just depending on the day, if I want more of a matte finish versus more of a dewy finish, which one I go to. And these are so, so good. And they're more on the affordable end. These are both, they have a lot of sales a lot of times. So if you can get them on sale, that's amazing. But I think they retail for $20. They're a little bit more than drugstore, but less than a typical high-end foundation. So they kind of fall right in between, but they are worth every single penny. I love, love, love both of these foundations and was so happy to discover this brand in general in 2020. And last but not least, I need to give an honorable mention to the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream because I have been using this non-stop since I got it this month. So this is more of a December favorite. I can't say it's a 2020 favorite because it came out at the very tail end of 2020, but this is so good. So I just wanted to give it a little honorable mention because I've been loving it. All right, now for concealer, surprise, surprise, no surprise. I think this has been my yearly favorite like every single year since the year that it came out. Tarte Shape Tape. I try so many different concealers every single year and none is as good as Tarte Shape Tape. I love it. I always will. My shade is light medium. I have it on today. I wear it all the time. It's full coverage. It's long wearing. It's going to give you a flawless finish and it does not crease on me, which is very important on my under eye area. So I love this. You guys know that I love it already. I do have an affiliate code with Tarte. It's code Kelly. If you guys want to use it, it'll give you 15% off of your order. And it does work on Shape Tape. Because when they asked me a couple years ago, like if I wanted a coupon code, I was like, only if it works on Shape Tape. That is my favorite product. It needs to work on Shape Tape. And they were like, all right. Because normally I don't do discounts on Shape Tape, but my code will work as well as all their other stuff. But yeah, this is my favorite. It's still my favorite. It's always gonna be my favorite. Okay, up next we are going to talk powder. This is one category of makeup that I think completely changed for me in 2020. Having dry skin, I never really worried that much about powder. I really only just used a finishing powder to set my makeup so that it didn't like crease or crack throughout the day. I wasn't worried about like oil or anything like that. So they were never really that important of a step to me is I guess what I'm trying to say. Then 2020 rolls around and we have to wear a mask everywhere we go and we're putting this mask like over our face and the importance of powder like skyrocketed for me because I realized that using a good quality powder really helped my makeup to last so much better underneath wearing a mask. There's a huge difference between when I do my makeup with a powder versus not when I'm wearing a mask. So my favorite this year by far is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. This is a more expensive product. It's Hourglass and I would not like recommend an expensive product. I think you guys know this. So I'm never gonna recommend anything to you that I don't actually love, but especially like if I'm gonna recommend something to you that's expensive, I really have to love it and I really do love this. It sets the skin so well and really helps to make my makeup last, but it does not dry me out. It doesn't make me cakey. It's a very finely milled powder and it's not, even though it's a translucent, it's not like pure white. If you guys can see, there's some in the cap right there. It's like a light kind of color and it just morphs right into the skin like so well. It feels so silky, but if you guys kind of see even on my finger, you can see like a little sheen to it. It adds the slightest little sheen to your face and just sets the makeup and makes it look amazing. So I love, love, love this. And like I said, it is pricier, but I do really think it is worth the price point and has helped a lot with making my makeup last underneath of a mask. Brows is another category where there will be no surprise. I'm pretty sure this is my favorite last year. It's my favorite again. This is the CoverGirl, I always say the name wrong, Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. I love this. It's affordable. If you like the Anastasia Brow Wiz or really any like tiny little brow pencil like this, check out the CoverGirl one because it's cheap and it's incredible. Has a spoolie and then a little precise tip on the other side. So this is my brow favorite. Okay, up next we're gonna move on to eyeshadows. I feel like 2020 was a rough year for eyeshadows because I did a lot of more natural looks and when I do more of a natural look, I just skip over eyeshadow completely. So I had a lot of days in 2020 where I had full complexion done, but you know, just maybe a little mascara. You know, I didn't really do any eyeshadow. But when I was doing my eyeshadow, my by far most reach for eyeshadow palettes were from ColourPop. In my opinion, ColourPop makes the best eyeshadow palettes at the most affordable price. Like all of their palettes are like $15 or under, like the ones that are this size. Some of the bigger ones are a little bit more, but they rival high-end palettes as far as pigmentation, ease of use, like how they work. I love them and ColourPop comes out with a new one like every couple of days, literally. So sometimes it can be a little hard to keep up, but they have a palette for pretty much any color of eyeshadow you'd ever want. But I figured I would show you guys my most favorite and most used, but all of their eyeshadow palettes are incredible. I love them. The Going Coconuts has been a favorite of mine for years. Great everyday basics neutral palette. 9 different shades, a mix of mattes and shimmers, like incredible. You can make pretty much any eye look you'd want to do that's on the more neutral side. With this, you get a big mirror. It's fabulous. So this is like my forever favorite from them. A newer one they came out with this year that I've really liked is the That's Taupe palette. I hope this is still available. I think it is. This one does not have a mirror, but you still do get the 9 shades, mix of mattes and shimmers, much more cool toned, but really, really pretty. So this one was definitely a favorite of mine, as well as the Bare Necessities palette. This one I hope is still available. I think the last time I looked it was sold out, but this was definitely very, very used. It's actually what I used on my eyes today. Like literally every color under the sun. There's a ton of different shades in here. 30 different shades, pretty much every neutral you could ever want. If you guys notice, every single palette that I talked about was neutrals. But I feel like if you're looking for like a colorful eyeshadow, you know, review, my channel is not the one you're gonna be coming to, because y'all know I'm a neutrals gal. So this was definitely heavily used, and hopefully it comes back in stock soon. But these other two are incredible options as well. So you really can't go wrong with any of ColourPop's stuff. It's affordable, and all their stuff is really, really good quality, which I love. And you guys can use code Kelly for 10% off on all of ColourPop stuff if you guys want to save a couple coins. That will work on their entire website. Okay, mascara was a category that I feel like I tried so many mascaras this year because I wore a lot less of like false lashes, because you know, when you're in your house and you have nowhere to go, I wasn't gonna put on false lashes because I'm like, what's the point? But I would just put on some mascara because my lashes are completely clear without mascara on them. So I tried a bunch of mascara, and I actually have 3 that are my favorites, and they all are drugstore, which I was really excited to see. The first one that I absolutely love is the JOA Lash Uprising mascara. You guys can get JOA at CVS. I think that's the only drugstore in-store that they're sold at. I love this mascara. It is really, really good. Like the wand is, you know, doesn't look like that much. Like it's a thicker one, but this is just like magical. Like I put it on my lashes and it looks so good. My natural lashes really are not that nice. So I need something that's really gonna pick them up, volumize them, lengthen them, curl them. Like I need all 3. I need everything for my lashes, and this does just that, and it's affordable and it's great. So I love this. There's a waterproof version as well. Another drugstore favorite for mascara is the new L'Oreal Air Volume. I cannot find mine and I'm so mad. I went to find it for today's video and I was like, you know what? I haven't used that in like a couple weeks. And I went searching through my drawer and I'm like, oh my God, like where is it? I don't know where it went. I think I might've left it at like my mom's house or something. I don't know where it is. So I'm gonna have to go out and buy a new one. But that mascara is incredible as well. It's so good. It comes in like pink kind of chrome packaging. It's actually similar. Like this one's like a darker pink. The L'Oreal one's a lighter pink, but it's so good. Volumizing, lengthening, like separates the lashes. It's beautiful. That one does a great job of making my natural lashes actually look really nice too. So love that one. And my last favorite, I needed to give honorable mention. I didn't try this till like November or October of this year. So it was more of like a later favorite, but I love this mascara from SheGlam. This is the all-in-one volume and curl mascara. So it's dual-sided. There's like a curved side on one side and then a side to add like volume on the other. This one gives like really long separated lashes like look. So they work a little differently, but this is a really, really great mascara as well. And this is like $5. So needed to mention that too, because this has been a very used mascara of mine as well. Going off of mascaras, when and if on the off chance I had like something to do, or I was just hanging around and wanted to like amp it up a little, you know, look a little nice to sit on my couch at home. Still obsessed with these Salon Perfect 614 lashes. I feel like these lashes you can get away with even if you're not like doing anything special, because they're really, really light and wispy, even though they're so long, so that makes them really glam. A lot of times when I wear these, people are like, oh, do you have lash extensions? Like that's kind of the look they give to your eyes, and I just absolutely love them. I've loved them for years. You get them at Walmart in this 5-pack for like $8. They're the best, and these were still my favorite in 2020 as far as lashes go. If I did wear lashes, these were typically the ones that I was reaching for most of the year. For liners, by far my most used and my favorite are the ColourPop Cream Gel liners. Nobody makes a better liner, like I'm telling you, especially for the waterline. The one I'm using today and the one that I always use is the shade Exit, which is the white one. It's in my waterline. I've had this makeup look on like all day, and it is 4:29 at night right now. Like it does not budge. Once you put it on, it doesn't move. Like that is the best part about their cream gel liners. They're really, really long wearing. A lot of times liners don't show up super pigmented in that waterline area because it's such like a watery area because it's right up against your eyeball. but these just glide on like butter. They last, they work so well, and they're affordable. They're literally like always sold out, specifically the Exit one, the white one, because I'm telling you, it's the best. So if you see it available on their website, definitely get it because it's always sold out. Like even me, anytime I see it on their website, I'm like, okay, order, because I know I go through them like water because I use it like every day and they're so hard to get, but they're so good. Like there's a reason why it's always sold out. So they have like every color under the sun. The white one in Exit is my favorite, but all of them are fabulous. All right, now we're moving into more face products. So for bronzers, I had two. I really only ever used like these two and went back and forth. I love both of these so much. The L'Oreal Bronze Please La Terra bronzer is fabulous. Huge pan. Like I don't think I will ever hit pan on this, like ever. Like I literally use this like every single day and still no sight of the pan. It's like the biggest bronzer ever. It's kind of expensive for like drugstore because I mean it's L'Oreal, it's drugstore. You can get it at like Walmart, but it's like $15 or $16, but it is such a big pan that like literally you'll have it for the rest of your life. I'm not even kidding. I love this. It does come in different shades. I have, the one that I use is shade Almafi medium, but I think there's like 4 different shades in this one. Also really love the Sugar Rush Sun and Fun Baked Bronzer. Really beautiful sheen to the skin. This is another one that I feel like I'll never hit pan on. Like it doesn't even look like I've made a dent in it and I use it all the time. Sugar Rush is a sister brand to Tarte. You can get their stuff on Tarte's website, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's a different website. I think it's kind of like geared a little bit more towards younger girls than like Tarte, which is more geared towards like people my age, like in their 20s, but this is the best bronzer ever. So I don't care if it's marketed towards younger people or not. I love it and I use it all the time. It's fabulous. It gives you like the most natural sun-kissed glow to your skin, so love that. For blush, I also have 2. Definitely my most used is the L'Oreal Blush Please Blush. This is in the shade Blushin' in Riviera. There's another one that's Blushin' in Saint Tropez, which is really nice as well, but I use this one a little bit more often. It's like a corally kind of color with like gold kind of like reflection to it. It's not like actual glitter though. Like it just gives the prettiest sheen to your cheeks. It's so beautiful. It's super affordable. You can get it at Walmart. It's actually a great dupe for NARS Orgasm. They're very similar in shade and I love it and wear it all the time. Another favorite of mine is the CoverGirl So Flushed True Blend High Pigment Blushes, specifically the one in the shade Love Me. These are a little bit newer. I think they came out in the summer, but ever since I got this, I've been using it so often. They're very pigmented. So you really, actually now that I swatched it, I'm like, these are very similar in color. Maybe that's why I use both of them so much. Let me swatch them next to each other on my fingers so you can see. Wow, yeah, they're really similar. The L'Oreal one is down here, the CoverGirl one is up here. The CoverGirl one's a little bit darker, but aside from that, very similar in shade. But they're both so beautiful, like corally pinks that will give you a little glow to your skin. And no matter what lip or like eye look I was doing, it could just go and like morph with any kind of look. So love these, and they're both affordable, which is fabulous. Okay, for highlights, I have 2. One of them should be no surprise. This has been a favorite of mine for a really long time, but it's the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. I love this. It's so pretty. I have it on my cheeks today. It's just like the most blinding, beautiful highlight ever. They make like the prettiest highlights. Like, look at that. I use this actually a lot as eyeshadow too, like all over my lid, in my inner corner, on my brow bone. Like if I wasn't doing eyeshadow like so many days, but I still wanted to do some sort of highlight, I would like highlight those areas of my eye just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. And this was always my favorite for that. So you could use it for a bunch of different things, but I love their highlights. If you have lighter or darker skin than me, they have like a bunch of different shades, but this is the shade that I normally go for and I love it and was definitely my most used. Another option for highlight that I really loved is from BH Cosmetics, and this is their Belgian Waffle. This is a bronzer and a highlighter palette. The bronzers I didn't really use that much in this palette, I'll be completely honest with you guys, but the highlights I love. They're so pretty, like creamy and buttery, like really stunning. I normally take these two and like mix them together and it's just beautiful. And then I mean, you do have these extra added bronzers, which you can use as well. But I really loved this palette for the highlights. I think overall the palette is like $18 or so, but you do get 6 different options in here. So it's nice and well worth it just for the highlighters alone, in my opinion. I really liked that palette from them. Okay, now moving into lippies. This was another category that I feel like changed a lot in 2020 because I always loved a glossy lip, still do, still love a glossy lip, but wore a lot more matte lips this year just because with the mask on, the glossy lip is just like a disaster. So matte lipsticks are a lot easier to wear underneath a mask. So my most worn lips this year were actually all matte. The one I have on my lips right now, whenever I wear this shade, so many people ask me, what color is on your lips? And it's from Kylie Cosmetics actually. This is her Velvet liquid lipstick in the shade Mind Your Business. I love this. It has a very purpley undertone to it, but I would still consider it like a neutral. It's bold without being like too bold, you know what I mean? And that's what I really love about this. Like if I want something a little different than my typical like pinky nude or red, this this is something that's a little different for me, but still a really nice flattering shade. So I really like this, and I actually really like her formula. I think it's long wearing. It's not drying on my lips. I know other people have told me that her liquid lipsticks are a little too drying on them. I haven't had that experience. I really like them. They last a long time, and I love that they come with the liner. It just makes it so easy. So I use this with the matching liner that comes with it. I forgot what the name on that is, but this shade has definitely gotten a lot of use. I really like it. For a more pinky neutral, I love the Revlon Untold Stories. I've been told by you guys that this is apparently hard to find. I think you can get it online though, so maybe it's easier online than it is in store, but it's just like the prettiest pinky nude. It's a great dupe for like a bunch of different nude MAC lipsticks. Like I think Honey Love is the one that it's really close to, but I really love this. It's matte. It's not a liquid lipstick, so it's in regular lipstick form, but it's not overly drying on the lips, and it's just like the prettiest, most flattering nude. It's not too light, not too dark, has a little bit of pink in it, and just so beautiful. So this was definitely my most worn like nude lippy. And then for a bold pop of red, I love the Ofra liquid lipstick in Venice. This is so pretty. If I do red lips, I like something that is a little bit more like boom, like really bright red. I feel like that looks better with my complexion and my undertones, like that candy apple red than like darker reds do. So that's just what I prefer in my red lips. And this one is just so pretty. And their liquid lipstick formula is really good. It will not budge. Like that is staying on your lips. I don't care how long you're wearing a mask, it's still gonna look nice on your lips. Now on the days when I did want to do a glossy lip, I do have some glosses that I want to talk about. They're actually very similar, but I use both of them all the time. So the Fenty Gloss Bombs, love these. They smell good. They feel like nourishing on the lips. They're not sticky, and they just give like the prettiest juicy glow to your lips. My two favorite are Fussy and Sweet Mouth. These were definitely my most used shades. I love these. They're so good. And then a drugstore option that I really like, it's very similar. I would say it lasts a little bit less than the Fenty Gloss Bombs do, but aside from that, it looks very similar, is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. These actually have hyaluronic acid in them. And the shade that I love is Moon. It's really similar to Fenty's Fussy. They're like very similar in shade. Really nice option as well if you want something that's a little bit cheaper, but you still want like a glossy, nourishing type feel to your lips. This is a great option and was definitely really used by me. And last but certainly not least, we have setting sprays, which again, the importance of setting spray this year was very high as well. When wearing a mask, I see a huge difference in when I use a setting spray versus when I don't. So one favorite that's been a ride or die for me forever is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I use this all the time. I absolutely love it. You guys know that. Significantly helps your makeup last longer and increases like the way it looks and wears on your skin. I see a huge difference in the same makeup when using this versus not. Like it actually really does do something. So I really love this. And a newer favorite this year is the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist. This is just like the most refreshing spray ever. Like I literally could sit here all day doing this. It just feels like so good on the skin. So like throughout the day, I'll literally just come up here and just be like, for like 25 minutes. Feels so nice. It's a setting spray for the skin. It's like the lightest, finest mist. It's just like amazing. Like this is like a, you know, you press it down. It's a fine mist, but not nearly as fine as this one is. And it's just like so nice and refreshing. So I love this one as well. And most days I actually use both of these. I'll go with the Urban Decay All Nighter and then I'll use this kind of throughout the day, and they're both just fabulous. So those were my two favorite and most used setting sprays. So I think that is everything. Oh my gosh, if anybody's still here watching, I feel like this video is gonna be like an hour long. I can definitely do like 2020 favorites for skincare or like other lifestyle type products too, if you guys wanna see that, like stuff outside of just makeup, just like other things that I got in 2020 that I really liked. I could definitely do that as well. Let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm wishing and hoping for an amazing 2021 for all of us. I'm so thankful and grateful for the lessons that 2020 taught me, and so excited for this new year. I hope that you guys are as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video.